On Canada's midday magazine, McLean at Large.
Now here's Orli Kohn with the first of two parts on good looks.
Not as harsh as some of those reds.
Yeah.
What do all these people have in common? Well, if you haven't already noticed, they're good looking. I'm at Eleanor Fulcher's modeling agency in Toronto. Some of the best looking people in the city walk through this agency every day and actually make their living marketing their beautiful physical features. Being exceptionally attractive, these people enjoy favorable attention from others, but they're also the victims of a social stereotype, one that may have some serious drawbacks. The area of study is called people perception. It attempts to investigate the impact of physical attractiveness upon relationships. Now, we've all heard the saying, beauty is only skin deep. And while we'd like to believe that appearance is a superficial characteristic and that we judge a person's true worth by his intelligence and character, science says that in reality, this just isn't the case. Well, if beauty seems to get the best of it in this world, don't despair. We can all enhance our physical images not only by cosmetic and surgical means, but by actually employing certain psychological techniques. Next time, I'm going to tell you how your environment can make you more attractive and how you can actually think yourself into being beautiful. Join me next time. I'm Orli Kohn for McLean at Large.
It looks good for good looks. To explain, broadcaster Orli Kohn.
It was Tennessee Williams who wrote, "We're all of us sentenced to solitary confinement inside our own skins for life. For some of us, the sentence may be severe. For others, for the beautiful, life is likely to come up all roses." In my last report on physical attractiveness, it was concluded that good-looking people generally have more advantages in life than average-looking folk. Today, I'm going to tell you how you can become more attractive by using certain psychological techniques. We mentioned last week that your looks can affect your personality, but psychological studies have also revealed that your personality can affect your looks. Now, it's not only what's in your mind that affects how others see you, but also what's around you. Some psychologists believe that if you're in an attractive environment, you yourself will seem more attractive. The opposite is also true. A run-down, overheated room can detract from your own physical appearance and image. So try hanging out in gorgeous rooms with soft lights. And hanging around with a few gorgeous people couldn't hurt either. A University of Texas study revealed that you can significantly enhance your own image by being seen in the company of good-looking people. Hey, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Gentlemen? Well, I know who I'm going to be seen around town with. I'm Orli Kohn for McLean at Large.
Well, as you can see, I have sexy blue eyes. Now, does this make me sentimental, moody, or hot-tempered? Well, apparently your eye color reveals deep insights into your personality. Here's writer Orli Kohn to tell us about it.
According to a report in Science Digest, a 5-year study showed that the darker one's eyes were, the tougher their personality and the more explosive their reactions in times of danger. Another study demonstrated that dark-eyed people tend to excel at quick reaction sports such as baseball batting. Blue-eyed people do better at self-paced sports such as baseball pitching, bowling, and golf. The theory behind this is that the more melanin or dark pigment you have in your eyes and body, the faster your nerves transmit messages to your brain and the faster you react. According to the U.S. studies, not only reaction time, but actual personality traits are revealed by eye colors. Now, looking beyond the colored iris and into the center of the eye, science has revealed that pupil size is not only affected by light, but by emotional changes. When we view something that excites us, whether with pleasure or with fear, our pupils expand more than usual for the existing light conditions. When we view something unappealing, they contract more than they should. Pupil signals are unconsciously emitted and unconsciously received. It's been proven that men will react more positively toward a woman with large pupils and vice versa. The pupils of both men and women dilate when they view a member of the opposite sex with dilated pupils. So, the next time your sentimental blue-eyed spouse gives you that large, pupiled puppy dog look, you can be sure there's more on his mind than meets the eye. I'm Orli Kohn for McLean at Large.
And thank you, Orli. I'm not going to look into a mirror for a while. The story of a transformation. Peter Virgil was a fat teenager. Now he's one of Canada's top male models. Peter told his story to Orli Kohn.
I was just browsing through this book here. It's kind of interesting. It's called You Can If You Think You Can. I'm about to introduce you to a young man who defeated overwhelming odds to become everything he ever fantasized about. His name is Virgilio Pietro Mastrangelo, and he'd probably be voted the guy most unlikely to. This is Peter Virgil, Virgilio Pietro Mastrangelo's creation. It took a weight loss of almost 100 pounds and a kind of discipline that most of us will never know. But Virgilio not only got the body of a model, he became one. He's a living testimony to the power of mind over body. With a lot of motivation and a lot of willpower, Peter Virgil is living out his fantasy of being a model, singer, and actor. The high school days are over for Peter. If they could only see him now. Whoa. I'm Orli Kohn for McLean at Large. Hey, that guy's really cute over there. I wonder if he'd find me as attractive as I find him. Oh, excuse me.
Yes?
Do you happen to have the time?
I don't have the time, but I think it's about 1 o'clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I won't be late for work then. End of my lunch hour.
Oh, yeah? Where do you work?
I work just
Your body.
The ad agency?
Don't talk.
Yeah, maybe we will.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Body language.
Well, that was a little ego trip there. That guy was absolutely nuts about me. I mean, it was written all over his body. You may not have noticed it, and he certainly didn't notice it, but unconsciously he was sending out body signals that revealed his attraction to me.
Body language.
Body language experts have studied unconscious love signals for years. According to them, both men and women have a predictable set of body movements and postures that they assume to signal a romantic attraction.
Sexy. Body.
So the next time you find yourself attracted to someone, keep your eyes peeled for all those hidden body signals.
Hi, it's me again.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Fine. Can I buy you coffee?
Oh, I'd love it.
Great.
Thanks very much. I'm Orli Kohn. Bye.
School days at a most unusual school, McCall's School of Cake Decorating. Here to guide us through the sugar and spice, Orli Kohn.
And down.
Okay.
And up higher and down.
This is Jeanette McCall, and she's trying to teach me how to make flower decorations for wedding cakes. Jeanette, I'm afraid I'm hopeless.
Not too bad.
Looks a little bit deformed to me. Do you want to show me how to do a proper
All right.
flower for a wedding
I'll show
cake?
you once more.
Okay.
All right.
For the last time.
All right. We're going to hold the bag and make a little pyramid. This is the bud. We come down, and we make 3 petals standing up.
How come it looks so easy when you do it?
Oh, it's easy. Just a little bit of practice.
Oh, yeah.
And 4 petals opening out.
Mm-hmm. These are the inner petals there?
Mm-hmm. And then all we need now are 3 more petals wide open.
Okay.
1, right, 2, and 3, and 1 very large open petal, spinning all the way around.
Wow.
Excellent.
Excellent. Look at that, a perfect rose in less than 10 seconds. Well, I'll tell you, I wouldn't expect anything less than perfection from this lady. Jeanette McCall is a wedding cake wizard. She baked her first wedding cake at the age of 14 and hasn't looked back since. And now at the ripe old age of 25, she's baked over 6,500 wedding cakes. Of course, that's no big deal in the McCall family, because they're all into wedding cakes. Oh, look at that, Jeanette. I think I'm finally getting the hang of it. And another leaf. I guess from far away, if someone looked at it from a distance, it would...
And one large one all the way around.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, well. At least you can eat your mistakes. I'm Orli Kohn. Oh, that tastes good.
With a look at the world's largest cookbook, here's broadcaster Orli Kohn.
I'm standing outside the Napoleon restaurant in Toronto. 2 years ago, the owner of this restaurant, Christian Vinisac, received an unusual gift from his wife. For Christmas, she bought him the last available copy of the largest, heaviest, most expensive cookbook ever published in the world. In just a moment, I'm going to go into the restaurant and see if Mr. Vinisac will let me have a peek at that volume. It's called Étude historique de la cuisine française, or a historical study of French cuisine, and it has everything you'd ever want to know about French cuisine. At 1,440 huge pages, weighing 26.5 pounds, it's the world's biggest cookbook. You know, Christian, I'm getting a little hungry just looking at this book. Do you want to try cooking every recipe in the book for us?
No problème. Oh là là.
Ooh la la. What is that, Christian?
Well, that is one of our last creation. We call le soufflé froid à la mandarine Napoléon.
Oh, it looks beautiful. Could I try some?
Of course, that's right. Sorry.
Canadians should also keep in mind that without additives to protect them, various food nutrients would break down, bacteria, molds, and yeast would attack unrefrigerated foods within days, salt would become a solid mass in damp weather, foods such as mayonnaise would have to be constantly remixed because the oil would keep rising to the surface. The list goes on and on. If you're concerned about food additives or would like more information, you can write to Educational Services, Health Promotion Branch, Ottawa K1A 1B7.
Stuck for a new food idea? Well, come on. Use your noodle. Here's Orli Kohn.
The Chinese basically use the thicker, rounder noodles for frying with meat and vegetables. The medium-sized noodles are used for main dishes and soups. The noodles can be served with various sauces. The ultra-thin noodles Mr. Ma has just made are used principally for desserts. They can be fried and sprinkled with sugar or placed into Chinese steam buns. Now for the Chinese, noodles represent longevity in life, if I can get them up. And apparently they say that the longer the noodle, the longer your life. And if you bite the noodle, you apparently bite your lifespan short. So I've got to try and get all this in my mouth. Try to get it, if I could get it to my mouth. I'll have to try and get it to my mouth and swallowed without biting, which isn't going to be easy. Well, I'm just cheated. My lifespan has been cut short. I'm Orli Kohn from McLean at Large. Wait a minute. I want another chance here. I think I've got one. Uh-huh. Well, Miss Fenner, I have a few requests from some of your guests here. Yeah, this request says that one of your hotel guests would like to have juice and cereal for breakfast every morning. Oh, and for lunch, he prefers some very lean roast beef with vegetables on the side, if that's possible.
No problem.
Okay. Oh, and this guest also likes Chinese food for a treat, so if you could arrange to have some delivered to his room, I think he'd really appreciate that.
We'll do that.
Great. Oh, and here's another request that says that one of your younger guests, Gigi, she'd like some extra toys near her bed, and she loves to watch Nolt and Nash. So if you could turn the set onto the CBC for her, she'd really like that.
We'll do that.
Great.
Would you like to come and meet some of our guests?
Oh, I'd love to. Thank
All
you.
right.
Sammy, your dinner time. It's dinner time. What's your plan?
It's a dog's life that most humans would envy. This is Gentry Kennels, a luxury hotel for pampered pooches in Newmarket, Ontario. It's that extra special attention from Betty that the dogs really enjoy. If there's a frightening thunderstorm, she'll set up a cot and sleep with them. If it's a holiday such as Easter, she'll make special Easter bunny cookies for them. And if it's a dog's birthday, you can bet she'll sing him a happy birthday.
What have we got here for you?
It's your birthday, Benji.
Happy birthday. Look, they sent you cards. How's that? Oh, and you would like this. This is for you. Oh, birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Benji. Happy birthday to you.
Well, Betty, if you ever decide to open a kennel for humans, let us know. I'm sure many of us out there wouldn't mind leading this type of dog's life. I'm Orli Kohn, roughing it with the canines at the Gentry Kennels. Run over to the tramp.
Let's go!
No, they're not dancers and they're not exercise fanatics. These young people are warming up for another kind of activity, a sport that's rapidly becoming popular in Canada. I'm at the Richmond Hill Trampoline Club in Ontario. It's special because it was Canada's first registered trampoline club. Well, it may look easy, but trampolining is actually a very difficult sport. It requires a good sense of balance and a lot of acrobatic skills. I think I'm just going to try some of my fancy stuff here. I'm Orli Kohn, and I think I need a little more practice. Somebody get me down from here.
We take a peek now into the intimate world of sexy lingerie and love life aids as Orli Kohn ventures into a Lovecraft party.
Well, ladies, the time has come to say goodbye to Tupperware and say hello to emotion lotion.
I thought today we'd start by just passing around this boa.
Outrageous, Orli. Pretty frank.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for being here today.
Well, there you have it, folks. The latest in shop-at-home parties. You know, frankly speaking, just between you and me, I wouldn't be caught dead buying any of this stuff. I mean, it's just so silly, really. Well, maybe there is just one teensy-weensy item I did indulge in. Oh, and there are a few little accessories. They go with the outfit, of course. Oh, boy. Can hardly wait to try this stuff out. Oh, did I say that? I'm Orli Kohn for McLean at large.